We are just west of Broadus, Montana, on US Highway 212, going westbound. Come on, Apophis. Ah, you can do it. Ah, this is a steep hill. This is a real steep hill. All right, 40 mile an hour. Are we going to be dropping below 9th gear? Possibly. We might have 9th all the way to the top. Maybe. No, we're definitely going down to 8th. Hold on. We might even go down to 7th. Here we go. Come on, buddy. Come on. 8th. A little bit of a hill. Thankfully plowed nicely today. A couple of nice dry tire tracks for us to stay in. Well, mostly dry. Partly dry. Not covered in ice. 2 tire tracks that are not covered in ice that we can stay in for the climb. Oh good, we got 8th gear. That's good. We're holding it about 30 mile an hour. That's not bad. That's not bad. There's not even anybody behind me. This is great. Oh. Camps Pass, I believe this. I believe that sign is for this mountain pass. I think there's a skiing thing off to our left somewhere. All right, so am I dropping into lame deer now, or? Let's turn that off. Because yeah, I'd rather not be hauling ass into lame deer. If that is lame deer. I don't think it's lame deer. I think lame deer is after the next hill. Whoa, they had a fire out here at some point. Yikes! Look at all those scorched trees on the right. Oh, that is just sad. That is so sad. On the left's not much better. Gosh. They had a bad fire out here at some point. Good grief. It wasn't like that last time I came through here, I don't think. Or maybe I'm just that oblivious. Did I just not notice all of the scorched trees here last time I was through? There's no way I'm that oblivious, am I? Alright, I think we can do. Get us back to cruise control. No, buddy. We are headed to the Jim Palmer terminal in Missoula. Get a little work done on Apophis. Finally get Apophis turned up to 65 mile an hour, I hope. Unless I forget again. Yeah, 65 mile an hour. That's thing 1. We need to get the radar looked at to find out why it keeps seeing ghost trucks in front of us. Which, a person who works for Prime actually suggested that it might be the deer guard, because apparently they were having a bunch of trouble with that on the Prime tractors until someone figured out a way to mount the deer guard a little bit higher so that it would not interfere with the radar. So presumably Prime has figured it out. So even if Palmer's not able to, we'll just go and talk to a Prime mechanic and see if they can't solve that for us. It's just I'm going to have to pay money if we go to Prime, because Prime cannot do warranty repairs on tractors that are not owned by Prime, and we are not owned by Prime, so they can do repairs on non-Prime tractors. You just have to pay for them. So it could be worse. It could be worse. I forgot to mute my radio, so apologies if that was whistling at y'all this entire video. little bumpy on this road. We are holding quite a bit of speed thanks to the Eco Cruise thing. Speed limit on this road is 60 for trucks during the day, 55 at night. It is still daytime, despite it looking kind of gloomy out. It's only like 2:15 p.m. So it is still daytime, so we do have the 60 mile an hour speed limit. We're currently doing about 64 because we're going down the hill. My cruise control is set for 60. So it'll kick in the engine brakes if we get too high. So that's fine. I'm not sure we're gonna make. I don't think we're gonna make Missoula tonight. It's 490 miles, and I have 7 hours and 23 minutes on my clock right now, with I think about 45 minutes to an hour above that. So we've probably already run out of enough time to get to the Palmer terminal, which is disappointing. Good news though, apparently fuel prices are not changing tomorrow. That's fine. Thank goodness they send that as an important message. Hello, State Trooper. You know, I can't actually look at my 11-hour clock while I'm driving. But I think we're only getting, because I drove like 2 hours and 15 minutes before I took a break. It wasn't intended to be a 30, but it wound up being a 30 because of stomach issues. But it's fine. We'll have to do another 30 before the end of the shift probably, just to get those last few miles. But I guess we're not going to get to Missoula tonight. Might get close enough that I can convince somebody at the terminal to come meet me and finish the run for me. Just to get us in. Or we'll at least be close enough that it'll be a really short drive in the morning. Assuming we don't run into major weather issues. Apparently Seattle got socked with a snowstorm, so we might be getting the leading edges of that. You can kind of see there's like some snow happening way up ahead of us. And I did see an accident pop up on Google Maps kind of close to Missoula, so they might be getting snow there already. I want to at least get to the other side of Homestake tonight at the worst, because I just don't want to. I don't want to have to deal with Homestake Pass if I don't want to have to deal with Homestake Pass if it snows tonight. Oh, lonely cow. Poor lonely cow. But yeah, so I really don't want to be doing that tomorrow. I'd rather get over Homestake today before it snows, though it might not happen. We're 488 miles from Missoula. We're so close, yet so far. Well, I only made it to Rapid City last night. I did get to see my sister. That was nice. Oh, also we picked up in Grand Island, Nebraska. I don't think I mentioned that in another video, because I delivered in Kansas City yesterday, and then picked up in Grand Island, and then cooked it up here to try and avoid Wyoming, because Wyoming's getting walloped by winter weather. And 212 and I-90 looked pretty clear yesterday at the time, so it's like, well, let's try that. And honestly, that was a really fast route. It shaved off like 100 miles off of my trip to go through Rapid City. We were winding up on a lot of state highways on this run instead of freeways, though. So presumably the reason my GPS has never sent us this way before is just because of the speed limits being lower, even though the GPS does not realize I can only do 60, 62 mile an hour at the most. Hopefully 65 as of tomorrow. So it's always avoided sending us that way, just because it thought it would be a lot slower because of the low speed limits. But it really wasn't that slow at all. I mean, we averaged like 60 mile an hour from Grand Island to Rapid City last night. Actually, I think I wound up averaging like 58, which is pretty normal for me. That was Highway 2 to Highway 83 to I-90 is what that route was. So pretty good. Saved like 100 miles off the trip, like I said. And then we didn't have to go through Wyoming because Cheyenne was getting kind of snowy yesterday. Laramie got real bad blizzardy conditions yesterday. So we're not there. We're here. I know Dead Man Pass in Oregon is